There are three words that everybody wants to hear and be told, and that's I love you. There are three words you never want to hear, and that is you have cancer. But if you do hear those three words, you want to hear there is hope. There is hope. And that's the promise of Swim Across America, there is hope. We have a special guest here with us tonight. He's not expecting this, and so Nicole, I'm going to ad-lib for just a second.
Wait, no.
If Matt Bosler would please stand. Matt's over here. Matt Bosler is the founder of Swim Across America. In 1984, Matt, Jeff Keith, Hugh Curran, Jack Salerno, and some others were recent graduates of Boston College. And Jeff had lost his leg to sarcoma, and they decided to run across the United States. The original Forrest Gump, for those of you who know who Forrest Gump is. And so they started in Boston and they finished in LA. It took them 8 months. Matt can tell you the stories. They tin cupped their way through with no internet, no email, no fax, and they raised over $1 million for cancer research in 1984.
I will be brief. I just want to, first of all, thank all of you who are attending tonight. We are overwhelmed by the support of our Colorado community when presenting Swim Across America Denver to many of our sponsors. I'm sure the concept originally was a little new, and as Matt said so eloquently, who would think of an open water swim in Colorado? However, we have a lot of athletes here in Colorado, a lot of open water swimmers, but more so we have people who care, and that's why you're all here.
So this is where I try not to get emotional, but to really thank you all for being here, for what you represent, and for the promise of what you represent to bring to the patients that we have the privilege of taking care of every day. Somewhere around 1 in 200 children is going to be a survivor of childhood cancer. And if you think about what that number means, it means the kids that your family are in school with, your neighbor down the street, somebody that you cross paths with for whatever your activities are, has been through this in their life. And when we think about what that means, my colleagues and friends who I have the privilege of working with every day, who you'll meet later, have to understand what that is in terms of what we call the ripple effect. And having spent a lot of my life in chlorine, I think I'm still at the point where it's been at least 50% of my life. The ripple effect, when you look at what happens when you drop water in the pool, what if you drop something in the pool, what happens? Those ripples circulate out. And if you do it in 2 different places in the same pool, those ripples are going to overlap, right? And if you think about what your individual impact is, as you think about what you've done to make this event happen, the sacrifices that you've made to get on a plane, maybe after midnight, to wake up super early in the morning to be here, knowing that you're going to have to do that all over again, maybe even tomorrow afternoon or early Monday morning, your ripple effect really can't be underestimated. And I want you to hear that very clearly. My friends and colleagues who are here and who work tirelessly every day to try to make sure that we don't have to tell another family more bad news than they've already heard, are so grateful for what you've helped us do, and the impact that you can have on what this just inaugural event is already stunning to us. It was a pleasure to be at the hospital today with the Olympians. It was magic to watch them work the crowd. They were unbelievable, and I get to see a lot of people visit the hospital. I've never seen a group of people that is more go for it, out there, presenting themselves as people who can help make the world better. I'm blown away by you.
I would hug you, but we're just maybe a handshake later. Would be, yeah, is that okay? Hi everyone. This is Tegan. For any of you that have not met, Tegan is my new best friend, and she is by far the true champion here tonight, along with Lauren and her family, Evan, her brother, and her mom. We are so grateful that you guys are able to be here with us, and we had a wonderful day with them today at the Children's Hospital. It is the most incredible thing that I have the opportunity to do, and it's also the hardest thing. You are very emotional when you see these families and the children and what they're going through and how strong they are. And it never fails to completely knock me off my feet. And to be able to see the doctors that are dedicating so much of their lives to making sure that these children are getting everything they could possibly need. And today we were talking about how sometimes they don't always have that cure that they need. They don't always have that medicine that's just the magic answer that's going to fix everything. And what we're doing today, what we're doing tomorrow, is we're helping the incredible people that are working so hard to find that answer. We're giving them something that's going to help them in that. We're giving them more hope. We're giving them another opportunity, another chance. And to meet the doctors today, that these grants are they're going directly towards them. This stays local at Denver Children's. It's unbelievable knowing that everything we're doing, you see the people that it's impacting right in front of your very own eyes, and that doesn't happen very often. So a lot of people ask me why I swim, and I always tell them that I think water is the greatest equalizer. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have. When you get in the water, you're all the same. You're all fighting for the same thing. You're racing the same race. You all love the same thing, and you're all equal in that moment. And I think water is so therapeutic in that way. And if I can bring a little bit of the happiness that swimming has brought me and share that, especially the way that we're going to be doing it tomorrow, using our open water race to not only have fun, but also to raise money for such a great cause, I think that's one of the greatest things we can do. So I am so honored to be here with people like Tegan, who are my greatest inspirations, and to be here with all of you.
My name is Tegan Gordon, and I'm a cancer survivor.
Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Alfino. I'm 22 and I am a cancer survivor and have been cancer-free for almost 5.5 years.
And I'm Kelly Maloney, and I'm also one of our leukemia non-Hodgkin's lymphoma docs.
Eating French fries or anything with potatoes helps because you get some really bad taste in your mouth, and those potatoes really do help. I basically survived up to that and pizza. But basically, you're never going to go back to your old life. I think Dr. Maloney told this to my family, and is still telling it to my family, but you have to create a new normal. You're never going to get back to where you were, but that's okay because you can kind of start your life over again. You can have a whole new perspective on everything. I went through the process of realizing, you know what? I want to study marine biology, despite the fact that I've lived in Colorado my whole entire life. And so it was a chance to be like, Mom, Dad, I'm not going to Colorado State University for the pre-vet degree. I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to switch sports, actually, from swimming to rowing, and kind of move across country. It was a time for me to grow up, learn how to do things, but it became my new normal, and I was super happy before I got diagnosed, and going through chemo was absolutely miserable, but then I got to kind of create my own life, and I'm extraordinarily happy and proud of where I am today.